It's Red Eye Radio. Gary McNamara and Eric Harley talk about everything from politics to social issues and news of the day. Whether you're up late or you're just starting your day, welcome to the show. From the Uniden America Studios, this is Red Eye Radio.
All across America, we are Red Eye Radio. He is Eric Harley, and I'm Gary McNamara. Hi, good morning. Thank you for being here. All right.
Thank you.
So I just want to play this audio cut. I can play this over and over again because it's just this is who the media and the Democrats believe could be the next president or vice president.
Okay.
And this is the audio. We played it yesterday with Britt Hume laughing on it. It's the AOC video the other day talking about the problems that she had in Munich. She doesn't have any type of voice, and her boyfriend is in the background snoring, even though it might sound to me, well, it did sound like snoring, but it also sounded like a little bit of maybe passing gas.
Yeah.
But the fact that she let this video out is amazing.
Yeah.
That in itself, that she allowed this, because we all do videos and then we say, I'm going to listen to it again to make sure everything is cool before I post it publicly, right?
I would do that.
Yeah. You know? If you're posting a video and even if you're not in it and the camera's pointed in the opposite direction and you're naked, you always make sure there's not a mirror out there that's has a reflection on you.
Well, I always make it a point to just not get naked. I even wear clothes in the shower, so just the way it works.
But this was it's hilarious. And it's like, no self-awareness. None. Zero.
How did you not hear that while you're recording it?
I don't know. Here it is, though. This is the best. This is really one of the most enjoyable videos I've seen from her. Except for the one time, wasn't she putting together something from IKEA? Remember that one? When she was drinking wine?
Yeah.
But here we go.
If you think that I don't understand foreign policy because out of hours of discourse about international affairs, I pause to think about one of the most sensitive geopolitical issues that currently exist on Earth, I'm afraid the issue is not my understanding, but rather the problem is perhaps you've gotten adjusted to a president that never thinks before he speaks. If you think...
Well, look, here's what I'll say, is that as a member of Congress, you might see her on C-SPAN, but what she needs to focus on is CPAP for the guy who's next to her, because he's having some issues. There are some breathing issues going on there. Now, first of all, good for somebody who gets sleep. I'm glad there's somebody out there getting sleep.
Well,
what does it say about, by the way, what does it say about her?
Well, no, right beforehand, he just said, not tonight, honey, I've got a headache. Let me go to sleep.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Because she had asked him to, go to a protest.
Yes, exactly.
But, hey, you want to have a screaming fit in public? With signs and whatnot?
Oh, yeah, baby.
Are you talking about a protest?
Oh, yeah, baby. Let's go for
it's
it,
not
baby.
Even Saturday. What are you talking about? What are you doing right now? But it's... Should I put my COVID mask on? What are we doing? It's
AOC, unfiltered.
Yeah. Wow. It's like you don't. So what you're saying is you don't. So there are two things here: health issues, and because we're greatly concerned about everybody, and this is proof. First of all, CPAP. Seriously, sleep study, and for her, get her hearing checked. She's got to hear that. There's no doubt in my mind. I'm partially deaf, and my left ear mostly deaf, and I hear it. So I don't,
Wow.
I don't even know how you do that, and then post the video.
So my hearing's really good,
Mm-hmm.
and it proved it again last night. I'm driving home.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going down the tollway. I'm going 70. And I'm listening to some music, whatever, and I hear a noise. I go, my God, is that my car? And I turn the stereo down, and I hear this, like, rumbling. I'm like, well, there's maybe a car a half mile ahead of me and nobody behind me. So I'm like, is there a car on the service road that I can't see because it's the toll road is elevated at that point. The service road's over there, but you can't see it.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I'm going a mile. Now I'm catching up to the car in front of me. But I can hear this rumbling, and I think I don't know what it is, because if I have enough knowledge of automobiles where most of the time, if something happens, I can tell you what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I have an idea. I might not know exactly, but I could tell you, okay, there must be a problem here, 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 here. I could not relate it because the car's running fine. RPMs are still up. I mean, everything's perfect in the vehicle.
Right. Flux capacitors working.
Exactly,
Yeah.
right. The points and condensers.
Right. Yeah.
See if anybody catches that one. Like a week from now, I'll get it. Gary, you're an idiot. There are no points and condensers in the vehicle anymore.
The tell-you-all compressor is slightly off, but it's,
It's all electronic ignition. You're an idiot. Don't you know that?
Mm.
Well, was it that way when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor? Yes.
We know it was the French. Don't email us.
And it's driving me crazy. And all of a sudden I realize and this is over like a 2-minute period.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm catching up to this vehicle in front of me. And normally when I drive home, there's nothing. The other day I went 20 miles, didn't pass a car either way. I'm like, this is great.
Mm-hmm.
It was that car.
No muffler.
Yeah, it was that loud.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
That was me, by the way.
it was going like, 50.
Way to wave.
It was going like 50.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's a half mile ahead of me, and I don't know how I
Without
could
a
hear
muffler,
it,
yeah.
but I could hear it, and
Well-
I thought it was my engine.
Here's the thing. Playing heavy metal on stage starting at the age of 12 wasn't good. That's where I lose my hearing. But my wife says I have selective hearing loss because if you're across the house and not even in my room with the doors closed and you say, we're making a run to Whataburger, I will jump out of bed and run across the house. I can hear that.
RFK isn't going to be happy with you.
I will say this.
RFK Jr.
I-
Let me make that RFK
I never
Jr.
put a whale head in my truck.
And you've never eaten bear.
Yeah. I never killed a bear and then planted it in a city park. I always take mine out to the ocean usually. But it is selective hearing. But with my truck, it's funny you say that because when I can start my engine remotely and I walk up on it. And I do that so that I can hear that it's running at that first initial idle. I want to hear something. My wife the other day, we were getting, she goes, what's that clicking noise? I'm like, okay, we're not going anywhere. Got to open the hood now. Thanks a lot. Get the gloves out. The whole thing. I actually have gloves right there in my floorboard. When it comes to my truck, I can hear everything. Everything. And I don't know what it is. I guess being paranoid, like, is something wrong?
Probably part of it vibration a little bit, too.
Yeah, I mean,
You're
it
in
was
your
just
seat. You're sitting
yeah.
there. All your senses are at that point tuned into the vehicle.
Yeah, well, the clicking noise turns out wasn't even my truck. So,
What was it?
yeah, it was a neighbor. It was something the neighbor was doing across the street.
It's so funny that you say that because an old girlfriend of mine from 30 years ago, whenever I talk to her, we still laugh. That when we weren't getting along, you're in that stage where anything irritates you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, irritated her.
Yeah.
I'm actually not that way. I think stuff doesn't. But the vehicle that I had on the cruise control, on the wheel, you hit it and it clicks. You could hear the click. Wasn't quiet.
Yeah.
Click, 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 click. So I had gotten used to it because I drove the car all the time. She's on the passenger side, and I don't
Drove her nuts. Yeah.
I can't remember if we got in we were in a fight or whatever it was, but it was within a month of us, I think, breaking up. So, I mean, I know things weren't going well.
Your car's weird.
And,
It's not me. It's not you. It's your car.
And so we're driving down a road, and it wasn't like a freeway, but it was a major road where it was like 40. So I put it on.
Yeah.
And then instead of using the brake, I just click it down a little bit to slow down. So it's like click, click, and then click,
Right.
click to speed up, click,
Right.
click.
Yeah.
Driving down, I'm all calm, and all of a sudden, would you stop doing that?
My
Why?
So I drive a Chevy truck, and my old Chevy truck did this too. The blinker just makes the loudest noise in the Chevy trucks, and it's like, I mean, it's again, I got some hearing loss. It's still annoying. Now, here's the thing: I have caught myself. There's a warning on my truck if I leave my blinker on too long. You know, it starts a ding dong, ding dong. Hey, turn your blinker off, and it shows a display on the dash, right? And I'm always cranking music if I'm alone. So I had some five-finger death punch going, and I'm going over an overpass with the blinker on. Seriously. And I'm thinking to myself, well, they see this old guy in his truck, and they think the old guy can't hear his blinker. Well, but the reason you don't know this, the reason he can't hear his blinker is because he's cranking five-finger death punch. What are you cranking, Swifty?
Well, the funny thing is, whenever I bring it up today, we both laugh at it. It's
Yeah.
like she goes,
Yeah.
I remember that. I go, how irritating things can be
Yeah.
when you're in that stage
yeah.
of the relationship
Yeah,
isn't
no,
working.
it's every little thing.
And we're probably going to break up. And she
Yeah.
goes, oh, yeah. But it was
Yeah.
just so funny because the rage. And for a moment, I didn't know. I was like, what's she talking? I'm just driving down the road.
Yeah.
And then it was back. Well, what? I'm not doing anything. The clicking and she goes, oh, that's right. It does click, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That just reminded me, though, because we had talked last week about automobiles.
Mm-hmm.
And any response from the OEMs about Trump talking about getting rid of the on? Trump should have led with that in the State of the Union.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what I did. Seriously.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, he could
Yeah.
joke about it,
Yeah.
but everybody hates that on-off button where you pull up to an intersection and your car shuts off. And he said, okay, we're not going to mandate that anymore. Are any of the here's the problem. They sit there and they go, well, you're just going to be in office for another, 3 years, and then you're gone, and they're going to mandate we put it back again. We're not going to change it.
Mm-hmm.
But the other thing because I rent vehicles, I'm renting another one when I go to see my nephew in a playoff game this Friday. Renting another car. You know what I hate the most? It freaked me out at first. I didn't know what was going on. The automatic, I don't know whether it's AI or whatever, the automatic high beams now.
Yeah, there's a setting for it, yeah.
Is there a setting where I can
Yeah,
turn
yeah.
that off?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I haven't discovered that yet.
Yeah.
Part of the problem is I rent all these new vehicles and it's dark
You're not
out.
familiar with that.
And you're looking
that
like,
feature,
I don't
yeah.
know what it is. So, okay,
Yeah.
good. Because that drove me crazy.
Well, I had the other day, I hit the activation switch on that. And so I'm driving down the street, and all of a sudden my high beams come on. What? No.
Yeah.
And, and then I realized, when I was getting in, I hit that switch.
Oh, okay. My
That
new
button.
vehicle's a 2017. It doesn't have that. And it doesn't have the on-off switches either.
Yeah.
And
It's annoying.
I can't. It's just, oh, God.
When I was young, we didn't have high beams.
I mean,
we
first-
didn't even have headlights. We just drove in the dark.
First world problems. But whatever technology they use
Yeah.
isn't as good as I am.
No, and I also want to be in the practice of having to worry about it. Lane disclosure or lane what is it? Lane
Warning, whatever it is.
the lane warning.
Where your wheel
they
shakes.
call it mitigation. They don't call it.
Okay.
That there was another
That's
name
right,
for it.
lane mitigation.
Yeah, lane departure mitigation. I think there's something. The legal department got hold of it. All of that, I don't want. I'm not going to be texting and driving. I might be banging my head a little bit. I'm not going to be texting and driving. I'm going to have both knees on the wheel like a good driver at 8 and 4. This is as I eat my bowl of cereal. This is a practice of mine. I don't want the car doing the driving for me. By the way, in our area, we got the Waymo thing now.
I
The
saw that.
Driverless
I
thing.
saw that.
Yeah. It's going to
It's
cost you way more.
It's
I'm guessing. I haven't priced it, but it's in our area now, and I'm like, I don't know yet.
I just thought about it when you were talking about driving down the road, listening to Five Fingered Death Punch.
Yeah.
Well, I was heading down the road the other day, and I had on Snowbird from Anne Murray.
Right,
And
sure.
what happened was,
You fell asleep?
we can break now.
Yeah, there you go.
We are Red Eye Radio.
Brought to you by FPPF, Fuel Power Max.
Owner-operators can save a hefty amount of money by participating in discount fuel networks. If you're leased and your fleet has a fuel optimizer program, use it. Such a program helps plan a trip based on fuel prices and locations in the carrier's fuel network. The larger the carrier, typically the larger the discounts that are possible. Fees for using such networks have become rare thanks to competition for drivers. Owner-operators are well advised, however, to pass up network fuel stops that are too costly, are too far off route, sell inferior fuel, or are dangerously or poorly maintained. For independent owner-operators, a bevy of fuel discount networks exists, from a variety of traditional fuel cards to the National Association of Small Trucking Companies network and the younger mudflap applications discounts at independent truck stops around the nation. Research the options and discounts available to find the right one for you. Owner-Operator Business 101 is provided by Overdrive's Partners in Business program. Go to overdriveonline.com to the Partners in Business section of the website for more details on this and many other topics.
Brought to you by Shell Rotella. With advanced synthetic technology is designed to help keep your rig running with more mileage and less maintenance.
Lines open for your calls. 866-90-RED-EYE on Red Eye Radio.
We're Red Eye Radio. He's Eric Harley, and I'm Gary McNamara. Welcome and good morning. Wow. Nobody. I just realized nobody. You go on social media, you really can't find anything from Governor Spanberger. Talking about, the Democrat response.
Yeah, right.
This is the only thing that I found, and it's from PBS. And it's Tiffany Smiley on PBS. Listen to this. Here we go.
Yeah. President Trump did talk about fraud, though, and the billions of fraud that have been exposed in Minneapolis. And I think it's interesting that they chose Spanberger because she campaigned as a moderate, and she's doing quite the opposite. So I think she will have a hard time really delivering on what she shared tonight. Because
that's on PBS.
Wow. Yeah.
They need donations from conservatives.
And viewers like Trump.
Exactly.
Make PBS great again.
That's my analysis. But I completely forgot about it.
Yeah. Wow.
I completely forgot about Spanberger because
Yeah.
there's no buzz on it at all.
Yeah.
And really, the only thing you see viral, because that's one of the things that we talked about, that this was a State of the Union address that we believe was based not on the State of the Union address. That's why they didn't care how long it was. They didn't care how many viewers are there.
No.
All they cared about making viral moments that they can put on social media from now till November. And they succeeded at doing that.
Yep.
And then nothing on Spanberger, where I got to the point where until I was just scrolling, I mean, I've gone through hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of posts over the last, 5-6 hours. Mm-hmm. That's the first one I've seen. I go, oh, I forgot it. What did they got to say on PBS about it? And the first audio cut was that. Well, she's campaigned as a moderate, but she's doing quite the opposite.
Yeah.
She seems to be a Trojan horse for the far left policies. She said that on PBS.
On PBS.
Wow.
Yeah. Make PBS great again.
Tell your friends. We're here nightly. Eric Harley and Gary McNamara on Red Eye Radio.
And he's Eric Harley, and I'm Gary McNamara. Download our Red Eye Radio app today, and you can listen when and where you choose. A point here before we get to some audio cuts.
All right.
Audio cuts not related specifically to the State of the Union. I was just reading the Douglas Schoen commentary. He's a Democrat strategist, but he's one of those Douglas Schoen we've talked about before who believes that where the Democrats are going is just, and this is going back a year, 2 years, 3 years ago.
Yeah, right.
Where they're going is just, crazy land, which is where they've gone. But I was just reading just a couple of paragraphs in his piece in Fox News about last night. He brings up the fact, he goes, well, Trump didn't help to unite the country. And I think you're going to hear that from Democrats. But the point is, and I was thinking about this yesterday, whether this is going to be some of the criticism. Well, he didn't unite the country. You can't unite the country. There's only one way to unite the country. And that's for Democrats to start losing elections, and they finally have to change where they stand. There is no uniting the country when one side, to quote Trump, and maybe we might have said it once or twice in the past, the crazy Democrats.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we've known this has been around for a while, that term, because Claire McCaskill used it in an ad back in 2018. Is that 2018? Yeah.
Yeah.
Those crazy Democrats.
Right.
When they had the two people talking. She's not one of those crazy Democrats. Well, she is now. We've seen her.
Yeah.
We've seen
after
her commentary.
she lost that year.
Right.
It was like, okay, well, of course I'm a crazy Democrat.
Well, we had some audio from her about a month ago. It's like, there she is. She's crazy.
Yep.
Because on these issues, where's there the compromise? How do you unite the nation? One side believes that a man can be a woman if the man says so. One side believes that children should be able to mutilate themselves. The other does not. Where do you unify on that issue? Because to unify, you have to compromise. Where do you compromise? Where do you compromise? Where do you unify when one side believes that criminal illegal immigrants should be allowed to run free in the United States and the other side does not? Did you see, who was it? Oh, there was an interview they got. Oh, they got someone the other day that they were trying to I think we played the audio. And it was Scott Jennings, with one of the guests saying, do you believe that, where's your stance on illegal immigration? Do you believe that criminals should be deported? Would answer the question.
Right.
And that's happened multiple times. They forget about the concept of illegal. This isn't a debate about legal immigrants who have been here for the longest time and created no problem, and should there be a path to citizenship. They're not even past the fact of criminal illegal immigrants.
No.
And we said this a long time ago. The whole concept of sanctuary cities is to protect criminal illegal immigrants. And that means people that have committed crimes outside of crossing the border illegally.
Right.
And they can't get there. How do you unite? Where is it? When you don't believe in voter ID, when you believe that, well, no, we agree that you need to have voter ID at a bank. We believe that if you want to shovel snow, you need to have you need to have ID.
Yeah.
Anything else that you wish to do, you need to have ID.
Shovel ID.
Shovel ID. You got to have shovel ID. You got to have Sudafed ID.
Yes.
What did I get hit on? It was about a month and a half ago. And it was the generic NyQuil tablets. I had a bad cold that I thought was coming on, so I bought some.
Okay.
And said, "Can we see your ID?" Yeah, because I just turned 21 last week.
Yeah.
And they look at me. I go, "No, I know, I understand. Everybody has to show ID." I wasn't actually angry because I know that's the case. Liberals believe.
Did you tell them to hurry because your meth lab is waiting?
Well, that's the whole point. The whole point is you sit there, you walk in, you get a pack. It's not enough to make a lot of meth. You're not, or if you go in and you say, I want 100 packages.
Well, I mean, the cold season was so bad this year, you had meth addicts turning meth back into Sudafed.
Exactly.
I stole that joke from a stand-up comedian. I can't remember his name.
I'll never forget the one time, I forgot what store I was at. This goes back about, 5-6 years ago. And I go in and I have pool acid because I have a swimming pool.
Yeah.
And you need to have acid.
Right.
I have the, what is it? Is it sulfuric? I forgot what the acid is that I have. But I have the pool acid and I have, with the Sudafed back then. I really don't get it much I really don't get that much anymore.
Right.
But I had it at the time. And like double bells went off. I'll never forget the person checking me out went, well, you got 2 ingredients now for meth. I go, what? He go, the acid. And I go, oh, that's why I just figured you need the acid so you didn't throw it in somebody's face. You weren't a terrorist, or trying to throw it in somebody's face. Go, no, you make meth out of that too.
Well,
and I've said, well, for a minimum wage clerk, you sure know a lot about meth. And then he smiled at me, and I went, where are your teeth? And so
alpha-dimethylphenylmethylamine hydrochloride.
Wow.
Yeah.
Could you shorten it like LSD?
Yeah, meth, even shorter. Because we don't have time for words.
No, but
syllables, man. Come on.
You think about it. But getting back to the original point, which is how do you unite on these issues? It's impossible. You can't unite on it. If the Republicans ever get serious about debt, how do you ever resolve that? How do you unite around these issues? It's impossible to do that when your opinion on the issues, what you believe, is insane. It's the opposite of what you should be doing. And that's why Trump making the case saying, we wish to protect the American citizen over the illegal immigrant.
Yeah.
That's government's job.
He pointed it out. It is the government's number one job.
Number one job. So, yeah, I wanted to hit the unite thing because I'm like, that's what you're going to hear. Well, Trump he didn't unite. He called them crazy. He's not trying. He's a divider, not a uniter. We're way past that.
Oh, yeah.
We're way past that.
Yeah.
Because when you get down to the actual issues, that's, it's like, where's the compromising? I hate Jews and you don't. By the way, I should say, you hate Jews and I don't. Somebody will take that wrong.
Right. Be careful. But that's what a liberal activist. That's what there's their conundrum. Their anti-Semitism. Well, let's find common ground. Common ground.
All right. I only hate.
No.
Okay, I only hate them 50%. No, you got to compromise more.
Ground.
53.7%.
Nope.
Just. I mean, and that's the problem. Identity politics.
Yeah.
Oh man, somebody hit that identity politics the other day again too. Well, I'll find it here, but I got other audio cuts to play. But we're going to judge people by groups and not individuals. Yeah. Sorry, I judge people by individuals. Well, if you judge people by individuals, you're a racist. No, actually, you are. They change words. The meaning of words are changed. And anti-fascism is fascism.
Right.
Racism, non-racism is racism.
Mm-hmm.
They've changed. Where is the uniting when you have another party that does that? And I think that's what the president was able to point out successfully last night, because an average person would look at that and say, all right, yeah, I got concerns about the economy, but yeah, you're right. These people are crazy.
Yeah.
They're crazy.
Right.
Because there's no other, this isn't the culture of a civilized society that the Democrats represent anymore.
Nope.
All right, now let's get to some audio cuts. This was CNN. This is amazing. This is Harry Enton. They're in a discussion on the Democrat Party, and this goes to AOC and Gavin Newsom over in Munich. And just who are the people right now, the Democratic Party, that they look at for president of the United States? And he calls that a total clown car, a total mess. Here we go. Listen to this.
So we see Governor Newsom. He's got a book, I think, which actually publishes today. He's in the middle of the fray of possible Democratic contenders. So what do the polls say?
Yeah, they're all running, and this is just a downright clown car at this point on the Democratic side. I mean, just take a look here. Top choices for the 2028 Dem-Pres nominee. You have a leader, but it's not really a clear leader. It's within the margin of error. You have Newsom at 19%. Then you have former Vice President Kamala Harris at 18%. Quite a weak number for her, given that, of course, she was the nominee last time around. Pete Buttigieg, who, of course, has run before, 13%. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez at 12%. This is just a total clown car. It is a total mess. There is no clear front runner at this particular point on the Democratic side. Who the heck knows who the nominee is going to be in 2 years?
It's been a long time since we've had a Democratic race like this.
Yeah, it has been a long time. This is very unusual for the Democratic side to not have a clear front runner at this point.
Because they're nuts.
They're absolutely over the
They're
top
nuts.
crazy. And that's it. That's why. Because even when you're a radical or if you're in the Democratic Party and running, I mean, all of those people that they mentioned here that are running, they're all radicals.
Mm-hmm.
But are they radical enough?
Well,
this is the problem. Day by day, the criteria gets more and more. The standard becomes higher and higher on your radical views. And if you don't evolve with the radicals, this is why you get the splitting here in these numbers. There's not one clear winner because the radicals are all over the place. That's the problem the Democrats have in terms of the White House for 28, at least at this point. I don't know how you fix that.
Well, it's like the story yesterday, and I don't have it in front of me right at the moment, that talked about the one California college where the students turned down free New York Times subscriptions because it's not radical enough. It's not anti-Semitic enough.
Right.
And, I mean, this is where they are right now. So what they're looking for, and we said this a long time ago, the reason nobody can make up their mind is they don't know. They thought Newsom was the person who could sell it. Now they question whether he can. They're looking for somebody who doesn't look crazy, whose imagery, their actual physical presence doesn't look crazy and can talk in a tone that sounds like a moderate, but is actually as far left as you can get. Want to play one more audio cut, though? All right. Stephen A. Smith. And he's talking in a low voice. But I think even this shocks him. Here we go.
Let me get this straight. I need ID. If I'm a person in New York who wants to get anywhere from $19 to $30 an hour to shovel snow, I need 2 forms of ID. But Democrats are arguing on Capitol Hill, why should you need ID to vote? Make it make sense.
No, the audio cut was not over yet.
It's not? Oh, okay.
No, here we go. Yeah, here we go.
Make it make sense. These are the issues we should be talking about. These are the discrepancies we should be pointing out. These are the hiccups that we should be bloviating about.
I wanted to get to the bloviating.
He knows how to bloviate.
Just greatness, isn't it?
It is.
We are Red Eye Radio.
Coming up, more with Gary McNamara and Eric Harley. It's Red Eye Radio.
We are Red Eye Radio. He's Eric Harley, and I'm Gary McNamara. All right, here's Abby Phillips that Scott Jennings always debates from CNN about the State of the Union address. Ready for this? Here we go. All right.
I thought President Trump actually delivered a higher energy speech than I think even his speech last year. He was much more engaged, and I think part of that was because they had planned the speech to be an interactive experience between him and the audience. There were things for him to announce, surprises. There were big moments, emotional moments, and that helps him tremendously.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, as we started out the show by saying we believe this is the first State of the Union address that was purely focused on viral moments of the president challenging the Democrats.
Right.
And there he succeeded.
Yep. He pulled that off.
This is Red Eye Radio on Westwood One.